Welcome back to Now Nintendo, where we cover the latest Nintendo news you should know. And you should know some Nintendo Switch 2 games are listed as not supporting the Save Data Cloud backup feature for Nintendo Switch Online members on the Switch 2. But this is an unfolding story. It seems some Nintendo fans have spotted some unexpected details on Nintendo Switch 2 game landing pages on Nintendo's websites that suggest certain Nintendo Switch 2 games won't support the Nintendo Switch Online paid membership's Save Data Cloud backup feature. And what's more is this appears on some games that already allow this in the Nintendo Switch versions. Thanks to a Reset Era user, several games have been spotted with an additional disclaimer that reads, "Please note this software does not support the Nintendo Switch Online paid membership's Save Data Cloud backup feature." I went to the listings to verify this before making this video, and I can confirm the disclaimer still exists on the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, Nintendo Switch 2 edition, and even Donkey Kong Bonanza as seen at the bottom here. What's odd is this Save Data Cloud backup feature is already a thing on both Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom on the original Nintendo Switch, so it definitely seems strange that it wouldn't be supported on the next generation console. Thankfully, despite how it's looking right now, the story doesn't end there. There is some good news. It has also been reported that the disclaimer originally appeared on the Breath of the Wild Nintendo Switch 2 edition listing, but has since been removed, which suggests Nintendo are on the case and potentially correcting some incorrect details. Again, I went to verify and noticed the disclaimer doesn't exist, but does appear to have the Nintendo Switch Online features section in the details tab of the game, highlighting Save Data Cloud as a feature. So despite what it looks like, and if Breath of the Wild was in fact updated, I wouldn't worry just yet, as it appears Nintendo may still be working on the listings and correcting any misinformation. I wouldn't be surprised if the disclaimer is removed from both Tears of the Kingdom and Donkey Kong's pages shortly, and the Nintendo Switch Online section added to their details tabs, much like Breath of the Wild. For context, this disclaimer doesn't exist for the other games such as Kirby and Mario Kart, so it would be very odd if Nintendo did in fact remove this cloud save feature for select games. At least they didn't remove the Rainbow Road from Mario Kart World though, as it was announced in the recent Mario Kart Direct. If you want to see what else was announced that you may have missed, check out this next video. Thanks for watching.